99.3 Nigeria Info Lagos. Good evening to you. Wherever you are listening to us from, you are welcome to the last 1 hour of the show. I'm Sheriff Quadry. We're streaming live on Facebook and on YouTube. Nigeria Info 99.3 is how you can watch live on Facebook and on YouTube. The big fact starts right now, and we want to talk about the PDP and Wike. I've got a very prominent PDP chieftain in the studio with me. Chief Segun Sowunmi joins us this evening. Chief, good evening to you.
It's nice to be here, Sheriff. It's nice to be here.
How are you doing?
I'm well. Hanging in there with all of the price of oil and the issue of the country, but I'm hanging in there.
You have to go there.
Yeah, definitely. Most def.
Let's start. How are you viewing this? What's your honest assessment of the policies of the APC government?
I've been very critical of them, not out of hate, nor of malice, nor ill wind. I've been very, very critical of Tinubu's government and his APC, in tenor, because it's out of, being cruel love, like tough love. I don't want him to fail. So there's nothing to be gained in pushing the president of the country to fail. I don't want him not to be able to adjust when we scream for whatever it is he's paid for the 4 years, the history and all of the perks that comes with just being president, Eagle One. I don't think we should let it slide without trying to get him to do the right thing. And then, most importantly, I'm not even in his party. I'm opposition. And I think that opposition must be responsible. Opposition can't just be angry and throwing ugly rhetorics. Nope. Opposition must be measured, but opposition must be firm. Opposition must be brave. Opposition must be painstaking. And opposition must produce some solution. And in all of this, I would just say, I get the circumstances underneath which he became president, what it took, I'm saying the country as it was. And I feel that even at that, there were some simplistic assumptions he made that if he had averted his mind and opened himself up to broader analysis, research, and cross-fertilization, he would have known that those assumptions would only lead us nowhere good. For instance, every nation that has been able to change the story, be it India that moved about 100 million people out of poverty within a very short time, or China that moved from being a relegate, just there country to become a superpower, even creating its own sun, to Germany after the Second World, to Japan and other. One thing runs through all of them. They do not devalue their currency hopelessly. And that devaluation thing is not just about even the money of today. It's about the savings of people. Any economy where you cannot rack up savings of the nationals to build that economy, you're going to be running the economy on the savings of foreigners. Now, the problem with that is that, or the money of foreigners, the problem with that is that they will always come for capital flight. They're here to come and suck the orange and just leave us with the peel. But citizens who have savings, their savings never really go anywhere. It's just like you're managing the quantity theory of money, moving it from one sector to the other, and you can stabilize it. I thought that he should have averted himself to that. If he had, he wouldn't have been. He can't push away the fact that, some people are getting dollars and taking it to the round trip it. That can't be his reason for punishing the whole country. Because that which they complain about, which is arbitrage and all of that, is something that severe punishment could have cost them to stop. We are citizens of this country. When the likes of Shubin Balogun of blessed memory, they were called in by the government of the day because of round tripping. Banks have lost their licenses because of that. So the desire and the lack of this, lack of political will to punish those who are abusing the process cannot be the reason why everybody in the country is suffering. That's that. And then on subsidy.
Before we go into subsidy, I'd like to ask, it's essentially what I wanted to go into, but not subsidy.
Okay, just sure.
I wanted us to talk about the issue between Dangote Refinery and NNPC and the lingering fuel queues. What's your party's position on that?
You have to, one has to situate his role properly.
Okay.
Yes, I'm big in the party. I've been speaking for this party like forever.
I know.
This party since 1998.
I know.
But that does not mean that I can say that whatever I'm saying is the official
behalf of the party. Okay.
Let's put that there, because I may say something that is even more brilliant than them, and they may come and say something that is bogey. But that's their business. Now, I think that the way I want us to discuss that thing is to say, as a Nigerian and as an interested stakeholder in this country, what do I really think is going on and what do I think we need to do?
Okay.
Because that will help us a bit. We've been dealing with the issue of petrol scarcities, queues, price and all that
for years, for decades,
forever. Now we're still dealing with the same issue. Before Dangote started the refinery, we always said our issues that we're not refining at home. And it was crazy because a country that could build 3-4 refineries can suddenly not repair them. Something was not right. And after a while, with all the money they put in, turnaround, maintenance, and nothing came out, not even a drop of vegetable oil didn't come from that place. So when he finally built his own, with all of the years, and I know for a fact that he was a bit helped. All of these exchange rate issues and all that, preferential exchange rates, all of that, was just to get him off board. There's something called too big to fail. When government and everybody is so hopeful about one big enterprise, everything is thrown in to prevent it from failing. Thank goodness God has finally succeeded. The refinery is here. It is a major embarrassment from a policy consistency point of view that we are reacting to something that was in the offering. If the United States of America were to put a rocket to space, from the minute they take a decision that they're going to release money to NASA to build that new spaceship and all that, everything is already planned towards the time T hour 0. So the protocols are in place, the media is in place, the communication is in place, and if it's going to space, the communication from space is in place, how many days is in place, whatever contingency issues is in place, if it's going to return back to the country, to the world, is it coming in through Arlington, all the space, all the big, it's everything in place. How did we, as a nation, how did the people in charge, the last 9 years or thereabout, how did they succeed in not anticipating the date of production of this refinery? So why are we running around now? I expected us to be clear as to once it starts producing, this is the protocol, this is how it's going to impact. That's that. On the other hand, I hear things like the pricing mechanism is a bit of a problem. People say, I don't have the facts because I've not spoken to Aliko Dangote or his team, and they've not even spoken much on the matter. But I've heard from other people who want to speak on behalf of friends of NNPC, friends of government, who say, why should Aliko's oil, or why should it be more expensive than the imported one? People allege that the ones that they import from Brazil and some other location, the landing cost of it is cheaper than that of Dangote. That's a problem, right? Because you need to figure out, why should the federal government be the full uptaker to Dangote's own fuel if it is going to be
more expensive
for them? Then why is the federal government going to be the full uptaker exclusively in such a way that Dangote doesn't understand that it's in the business? And when you're in business, you have to plan your own market. You plan your raw material, you plan your market. It does not matter that the Nigerian economy is so dependent on crude oil. You can't make it seem as if we're going to replace the president of Nigeria with Dangote. No. That will not be part of that. No matter how big the oligarch is, the state must be bigger than the oligarch.
That's right.
That's my position. But how would they resolve it? I think they are lazy. I think they are silly. And I think that they need to understand that what is at stake is bigger than just one conversation of mentioning personality names. The president, who ironically doubles as Minister of Petroleum, which I said a couple of days ago should have either fired himself or he should have been impeached because of all of the mystery around something that is so straightforward. I will expect him to strap up his boots now, sitting there like a chief executive and ask very hard and tough questions of everybody and let them understand that everything you guys are saying I hear. The only thing I want to see is fuel pumped, price reasonable, the customers served, and the customers are my citizens. Therefore, them being served, I'm on their side now. I'm not on your side because you're coming to profit at their buying.
Business, yes.
It's business for you. I'm on side of my citizens because I can't be having them cry and scream that things are too expensive, and you people expect me to be smiling. So I expect him to be really, really firm with them. If he does that, two things could happen. One, we could just find out that Nigerians have been indulged. No nation in the world should buy petrol and come and dash its citizen. It's not sustainable. We don't have that kind of money. So we may find out that we have been indulged. And if we have been indulged, they have to activate public communication strategy that explains to us that that indulgence has to stop. If this is the price, then that's the price. If you want to buy a Toyota, you go to the shop man and you price it, the price is the price. If you want to buy Gary, you go to the market, the price is the price. Okay, petrol is important, that, yeah, I get. But I don't think that I will ever subscribe to an idea that this nation will be going to borrow money from foreign country so that they can start burning the petrol, or so that some criminals in our country can be making the Nigerian nation carry the burden of feeding our neighbors, the republic, to go. But the only way to do that is that the president or the country, yes, is the president must stand with the people, and he must do so in a way that the people can believe. For if the people believe they are president, they will stand with him. The challenge with leadership in the country is that those who are in charge don't even care what the people feel. They don't care to communicate to the people. They are so-called spokespersons and whatever they call their titles. They speak at people. They speak like attack lions and attack dogs without understanding that they are talking to their customers, sort of. And so if communication companies, MTN, Glo, all of those people go out of their way to just massage us with communication so that we understand that we're being served, even when we're paying a lot of money for the service, I think government needs to double up even more. So I think until they know, they won't be able to say firmly. The president needs to know precisely what is the price of landing this thing. Then he needs to know whether he can give them, a tax rebate so that some of their taxes they can waive some or reduce it.
And just that can have some impact on
they can impact the pump price. He needs to know that. Right. He needs to know whether he can give them a subsidy on crude oil. Okay. Because the crude is ours. Yeah. We can bloody well give it to him for free, for one. Nobody's going to stop us. After all, people steal the crude and they don't put the money in the federal account, what have we been able to do about that? So if we want to give him 1 or 2 shipments of crude just to, cushion up the thing, look, drill the ground, take the crude, pay the IOCs their share, let him put it down. A nation must have the ability to be flexible. A nation must have the leader must have the ability to know the size of yam he has, the number of mouths he has to fill, and how to cut the slices of yam in such a way that at least everybody feels that they got a fair bargain.
Let's go about the PDP. Because I believe that opposition should have a role in governance.
But we do.
I don't think that you do, but we'll get to that in a moment. Like, presently, right now, as it's constituted, is PDP a virile opposition in Nigeria? Be honest. Chief, show me. Be very honest. I know you are an honest person, but be honest.
You have known me for such a long time, and you followed me for a while. If there be anything I'm capable of doing, it's just telling it to you as it is. I have struggled with what is the right answer to this query because it comes very often. And I have tried to look at it in 3 ways. One, as a political party, a democratically, organized, registered political party, what are the expectations of democracy within a party? One of the things that you will understand is that a party is not a military garrison. It can never be the intention of a democratic organization called a political party to become such a military garrison that if one man speaks, everybody would go. It's not like that. Even if he's the leader or the person is whatever his title is, the boss is democracy. There must be contestation of those ideas, and people must have the right for ventilation. So, in that regard, would you say that clearly you can say that we're a party because at least you are hearing we're doing congresses, you are hearing our issues of chairman. You even heard that I'm trying to contest for national chairmanship.
I'm going to go there.
Yeah, those are the things that happen on the first side. The second side is that do the political party come up with alternative ideas for the government? We do. In fact, sometimes I used to even think that maybe we even talk too much. Like people like Atiku and Kode, every day tweets come. So I'm not criticizing him. I'm just saying that we put out enough tweets on our alternative position to their issue, almost on everything. Sometimes I even think that, okay, this one, can't we just let it slide? But, everybody has a right to ventilate. So in that regard, we also do that. Kola Ologbondiyan, the National Public Secretary, writes almost every day. It's almost every day you get a press release. We're either querying about this or telling them about this. We're speaking to them about the life of the people. We're talking to them about the way they are borrowing money. We spoke about the size of their government. We spoke about their parochialism. We did so much. So in terms of communicating that, we are doing that. The area that I think that the Nigerian people, I beg them to relieve themselves of thinking that that's the only way to do democracy is in the call out of people for strikes and the call out of people for civil disobedience and all of that. Yes, APC, when they were coming on board and ACN, they used to behave that way. But I forgive them now with the benefit of hindsight, and I expect that they will forgive themselves too, because now they're in charge. So they will understand that calling out people is really very counterproductive for the country because it shut down the economy. Now that we have been in charge before, we will not be that careless to say you want to shut down the Nigerian economy. To what end and what purpose? You did it. Some people did a 10-day strike the other day. And after the 10-day strike, they opened up the economy. That's 10 days. Do you know how much of this fuel scarcity it contributed? Because trailers will not move. They couldn't move the goods. They couldn't articulate the entire thing. And then you open it up. And the economy is like a train. It starts before it can gather momentum. Every day for the Nigerian economy, the informal sector, formal sector, you're looking at about 500 billion. And then you're taking that out of the, just stopping it for like 10 days. So you get where we are. So we don't believe too much in that because we know the effect of it. For instance, in 1992, in 2012, they called out everybody for whatever they called the name at that time because of increase in price and removal of this subsidy in 2012. They have done so much since 2015, and particularly they have done extremely much in the last 1 year. Can you imagine for a second, just close your eyes, and I want our audience to just imagine for a second that we had been shutting down the country every time because of something that clearly is like an elephant in our national room that all of us must find a solution to. What kind of country would we have? It would then mean that, one, there's unemployment here, factories will be destroyed. There's always a risk that if you tell them to call them out, people will start doing NSAS and just go and start looting people's businesses and all of that. There's always the possibility that human life will be lost. All of these things must be cleverly weighed. But I think that the Nigerian people who keep saying, you are not giving us the kind of opposition, they are only speaking to that aspect, the militant aspect of democratic opposition. And I think that our country's economy is very fragile. Even the unity within our nation is very fragile. Things you look at, in 1999, we came into this democracy as one people. By 2003, we were even more united. By 2015, when they were going to win, they won as one. They took power for Buhari as one people. Can you imagine how tribal we have become? Every time, anything, you can't say anything in this country. It's either it's a Yoruba man, it's a Hausa man, it's an Igbo man. It's almost as if they are permanently at each other's dagger drawn to each other's throat. So when you have that kind of environment, you need to be a little bit more responsible. You need to be a bit more responsible. So talk, we will talk. Scream at them, we will scream at them. And I'm doing a whole lot of that. But to desire that our country will be imploded is not part of it. Reason being that there is no nation in the world that has been destabilized that has a population of more than 40 million. We have in excess of 220 million people. If we destabilize this country, God Almighty, the owner of the heavens and the earth, the one who answers prayers and the one who owns the world, the sovereign absolute, who takes the souls of people at death, don't ever allow Nigeria to be destabilized, because where would we even go? All our neighbors, if I was the president of any of our neighboring countries, I'm going to shut down the country. I'm not going to let you in. Why? Because your sheer number will implode my own country too. So we don't have that great opportunity to do that. Instead of that, we might as well be calling them out, put their feet to the fire, insist that the citizens too be more interested in the issues, use their democratic opportunities and franchise very well, and ensure that they listen. You have been listening to me for years. You should be able to, if I should be able to come before you and say I want to contest for something, you should be able to say, oh yes, I've been hearing him, at least I know what it stands for. But if you insist that you are not going to play your role, or that some rogue has to find all of the monies in the world to come and give. If somebody is dashing you that kind of money, where would he even realistically say he got it from? They can tell all sorts of tales they like.
Yeah.
But the truth of the matter is that the monies are usually pilfered from the national treasury. And those of us who have been very critical and very careful not to find ourselves in those kinds of situations, we also deserve to be supported.
Chief, let me take this message before we go out on a break. Let's see. This person is Godwin, Edward Godwin. Edward Godwin said, I should tell you that the problems of this country are intractable because your party has failed to put up credible opposition. PDP as an opposition party is directionless and was unable to tame Wike, who is grandstanding even as a betrayer, anti-PDP. I think it's time they dealt with Wike.
Okay, the Wike question.
We'll still deal with it extensively, but just help handle the PDP being directionless, as he said.
It cannot say that. Every democracy is managed by the culture of the environment. The character, the culture, the human beings that live here are all Nigerians. Whether they're in PDP, APC, whatever party, they are Nigerians. Our situation has not even been that straight, because a lot of them don't even stay in one place. Today they are in ABGA, the next day they are in PDP, the next day they are in Labour. 5 minutes after they are trying to go away somewhere else, and APC is the same. And these guys are like that. To my credit, since 1998, never left.
Chief,
now,
please hang on. I'm sorry I'll have to butt in here because we need to take this break.
Okay.
But when we return, we'll come back to his concerns and we'll treat extensively. Lagos, stay with us. We'll be right back. Stay here, please.
More talk, news, and sports after this.
I'm in love. Is it to open? Is it to squeeze? Is it to scoop? And is it to stir?
Sonia tomato mix in a new stand-up pouch.
Tell me which kind thing. Be fine of you wash. Away. Jenna tomato paste or coffee stain your body. Be go wash. Away. Chicken for your clothes now. All you need for Viva to wash away. Gentle for your pocket, gentle for your hand. Oh my Viva, you gonna make you shine. Oh Viva, I love my Viva. Uncle say bye bye to very top stage, yo. Mama say bye bye to any kind stage, yo. Oh Viva.
Hey there. Sharing is caring, and sharing your phone's hotspot is a great way to help a friend in need. But wait, are you keeping your data safe? Here are smart tips to control your data while sharing your hotspot. Lock down your hotspot with a strong password to ensure there are no data party crashes. Also, remember to change your password frequently to avoid unauthorized use of your data. So, go on, share your connection with loved ones securely and still have plenty of data left. Visit your mobile operator's website or consumer.ncc.gov.ng to learn more. This message is brought to you by the Association of Licensed Telecoms Operators and the Nigerian Communications Commission.
Everyone says I'm beautiful and bold. They say I'm fashionable, and to crown it up, very confident. And my secret is...
People say I'm good looking, funny, hardworking, and to crown it up, very confident. And my secret is...
So whether in the office or at home,
in the streets or on the dance floor,
anytime, any day, I never lose my confidence. And the secret to my confidence is Wazobia perfume.
absolutely. spray. Wazobia perfume gives the authenticity and long-lasting fragrance all day. That's my secret confidence.
Wazobia perfume is available in body spray.
Also available in supermarkets and markets near you.
You can also get it on Jumia.
Wazobia perfume, the correct scent.
Savings that bring you home.
Kids, this is our new home.
Dad, our new house is big.
Savings that support your joy.
Congratulations, you've become parents.
Savings that free your creativity.
Camera rolling and action.
Achieve much more with AXA Mansard Money Market Funds. Open an account today to enjoy competitive returns on savings. Track daily interest with ease. Prompt liquidation without penalties. Transact online and via USSD. Visit www.axamansard.com today.
Please read the prospectus and where in doubt, consult your stockbroker, fund or portfolio manager, accountant, banker, solicitor, or any other professional advisor for guidance before subscribing.
Price of market for the country won't carry person go where not know.
That will not be true talk because Samsung Blue Tag sale don't show with ogbonge offers will make sense wella waka enter any approved Samsung store. Buy a Galaxy Z Fold 6 or trade in your old Samsung device them and you go collect free double door refrigerator wey carry 20 years warranty plus digital inverter wey get voltage control plus correct cooling wey dey circulate wella for maximum freshness. Discounts for Samsung Galaxy A55, A15 and A05 series. E reach 70k with a come out for the phones. Promo go start from August 19th till stock finish. Terms and conditions dey.
Who says you can't have it all with one play?
I got that defined boy. You have just won yourself.
Congratulations.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, Melitus. One player don't turn to two players because you won 20k.
So now you won yourself 20,000 naira.
My name is Well Done.
Okay, well done. I want to tell you, well done. You won yourself 20,000 naira.
With 500 naira, you can play to win big from 120,000 naira to 190,000 naira daily on Nigeria Info. Go to oneplay.ng and play with 500 naira. And in a few seconds, your ticket is in the draw. Or dial *347*880*3#. Win daily on Nigeria Info. 50,000 naira on Morning Crossfire. 60,000 naira on WhatsApp Lagos. 20,000 naira on Sunnyside. And 60,000 naira on Game On. So Lagos, what are you waiting for? The more you play, the better your chances of winning. Remember to dial *347*880*3#. Play responsibly. Not suitable for persons under the age of 18.
This is not the typical bank ad where we only talk about zero balance and high interest rates. Picture this. Exclusive discounts at select stores. With the Keystone Pink card, this picture becomes a reality. That's not all. Picture a beautiful resort with its breathtaking Instagram-worthy scenery. The cool, gentle breeze on your face. The champagne bubbling in your glass as the sun illuminates your skin. With the new Keystone Visa Premium card, living this dream is easier. Visit any Keystone branch nearest to you or download the Key mobile app to get the Pink card, MasterCard, Visa card, or Verve card. At Keystone Bank, there's a card for everyone, no matter where you are. Keystone Bank. We grow together.
Meals have a way of taking us on a journey. And when you add plenty of vegetables like efo, ugu, and season with the rich taste of North seasoning cubes, even better.
So, go ahead and elevate your meals with more vegetables and the rich taste of Knorr cubes. Today, eat for good.
Yo, it's time to switch up your streaming and social media experiences. Introducing the Glow My G bundle, the first all-in-one social and music bundle. It's the perfect bundle for texting, snapping, streaming, sharing, vibing, and everything you love doing online. With My G bundle, you get the data deals for Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, WhatsApp, Boomplay, Audiomack, and Glow TV, all in one bundle. Now you can make every naira count with affordable all-in-one data bundles with Glow My G. Get 1 gigabyte for 300 naira, 1.5 gigabytes for 500 naira, and 3.5 gigabytes for 1,000 naira on the Glow My G bundle. Plus, you also get 1 hour of free browsing on your favorite apps. That's Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, WhatsApp, Boomplay, Audiomack, and Glow TV. Dial *312# to start making every naira count with the Glow My G bundle. T's and C's apply.
Glow Unlimited.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the party you've been waiting for. The Life's a Beach Party. A beach party like you've never experienced. Featuring amazing music performances by King Maddie.
Hey guys, what's poppin'? My name is King Maddie.
Magix.
Hey guys, it's your boy Magix.
Tapes. Also featuring top Nigerian creators, including Ama, Miss Dams, Pella. Come experience Beach Olympics, fashion competitions, and water sports. Your host is Tacha.
Your girl Tacha is right here.
Life's a Beach Party will take place September 21, 2024. Time is 5 p.m. Voda Beach Club, Legoshi, Lekki, Lagos. Register for free at www.teasersparty.com. Life's a Beach, proudly brought to you by Teaser Sparkling Drink. 18 plus, drink responsibly. Life's a Beach, live it up.
If you get the big dreams to do big things, lonely day with red money. If you get the big dreams to do big things, lonely day with red money. If you get the big dreams.
Get loans of up to 7 million naira on Rain Money. Call 0700 5000 500 or visit rainmoney.com to get started now.
Oh yeah, pay your money from the back. I beg, I don't get change, yo.
Conductor, take the money.
I don't come again. Where I won't find change for this big money now?
Okay, just take the money.
Auntie, I don't get change, yo. If you know say you don't get change, you better come down now.
Calm down, boss. No need for change. I go pay for everybody inside this bus. Plus you and the driver, sir.
Cash, madam. You get money, yo.
No be so. I just want to share the goodness. In fact, soft drink. Bring one Malta Guinness for everybody.
It's always a good time to share goodness and spread positivity. Malta Guinness. Enjoy a world of good.
This could happen to anyone.
Have you brought it?
Yes, sir. Confirm. I just removed it from the pack.
Correct. Sir, here's the money.
Pleasure doing business with you, bro. Later now.
Can't wait to floss my brand new iPhone. Wait, what's wrong with this logo? Is this thing original? Bro, come back, I beg. I don't want again, I beg.
Don't let this happen to you. Beware of buying an unauthorized or pre-activated iPhone. For peace of mind, look for the Reddington sticker on the box. This assures you that your purchase is authorized. It also affords you 24 months warranty and a 6-month screen or liquid damage cover. You can also scan the QR code in store to check authenticity. As a Nigerian, you deserve to experience the very best that Apple has to offer. Look out for the sticker on the box.
A brighter tomorrow begins with smart choices today. With the Union Correct account from Union Bank, you get to secure your tomorrow and get rewarded while at it. You can start saving with just 5,000 naira monthly and enjoy fantastic interest rates. Yes, you can save as low as 5,000 naira. That's not all. Every 6 months, you stand a chance to win amazing cash prizes of up to 500,000 naira. Correct. Make that move. Open the Union Correct account today. To get started, visit any Union Bank branch or log on to our website at www.unionbankng.com for more information. Terms and conditions apply. Union Bank, your simpler, smarter bank.
Imagine thinking you bought an unlimited data plan, but the next thing we hear is,
oh, this data has finished again.
Well, that's what happens when you don't buy a truly unlimited data plan.
Enjoy truly unlimited data with unlimited speed-based data plans from Airtel. Visit www.airtel.com.ng/HBB to buy now. Airtel, a reason to imagine.
I'm in love. Sonia tomato mix, stand up. Is it to open? Is it to squeeze? Is it to scoop? And is it to stop?
Sonia tomato mix in a new stand-up pouch.
The Battle of the Minds returns this November. Brace yourselves for the most intense intellectual face-off of the year. I Beg to Differ is back with Season 8. And this time, the stakes have never been higher. This November, Nigeria's sharpest young debaters will converge on Nigeria Info Studios. armed with nothing but their words, wit, and willpower.
That's the power of peer pressure, and it's a force we all reckon with as teenagers.
When the government has access to our personal data, it can be abused.
With the nation listening, these students will tackle controversial topics.
Relate with the laid down rules and principles of the society.
The opposition team comes up here accusing censorship of violating free speech.
Challenge the status quo and defend their positions with relentless passion.
Like you said, it leads to only immediate relief and not long-term relief, which is why we say bring up censorship, and then we are here to protect the masses.
And yet, this is considered productive enough to feed 220 million Nigerians. I beg to differ.
Lagos, are you ready for I Beg to Differ Season 8? For sponsorship, please call Lamre 0706 827 1163 or Shola on 0907 173 3835. I Beg to Differ, a tournament of champions.
99.3 Nigeria Info, your number one station for talk. Let's talk.
This is Hard Facts.
Welcome back, 99.3 Nigeria Info to Hard Facts. I'm Sheriff Quadry. But before we get on with our conversation with Chief Segun Sowunmi, David is here. David.
You say that like it's a bad thing. Well, I am here to reintroduce to you, if you didn't know before now, *347 *880 *3#. It is the code that has been putting smiles on people's faces for the last year, more than the last year actually, if we're being honest. Yes, dial that code or go to the website at www.oneplay.ng. Once you get there, select Nigeria Info as your station, and with your 500 naira, your ticket will be in the draws. Now remember, every day you get to win money to the tune of 150,000 naira, but also at the end of the week you also get access to 500k of your own. Yes, that is the weekend jackpot, as we call it over here. Now remember that also you have to be above the age of 18, and you have to remember that it's a game, so you should be playing responsibly. Oneplay.ng is a registered trademark under Lasho Trading Services, licensed by the Lagos State Lotteries and Gaming Commission. The whole point of me saying that is we are legit and government approved.
Right, thank you, David. Let's move on with our conversation. Lagos, Nigeria. Welcome back to Hard Facts, the big Hard Facts. I have Chief Segun Sowunmi here. You can watch live on Facebook and on YouTube. Nigeria Info 99.3 is how you can watch us live on Facebook and on YouTube. Chief Sowunmi, welcome again to our studios. We always love to have you here.
Totally my pleasure. It's nice to be here.
Yes, so let's quickly wrap up on the message that came in about. He said your party has failed to put up credible opposition. He said PDP has.
Like I was trying to explain.
Yeah,
it's very difficult to move people from what you call a single narrative proposition. That kind of grand single narrative that takes on the heart and will push it through propaganda and everybody believes it, but it may not necessarily be facts. The fact of the matter, like I explained, is that except for disrupting the country and calling members out to go on strike or riot or civil disobedience, there's nothing else that PDP ought to do that it has not been doing. And I also insist that even that which people want to do is not right. This economy, this country, the level of the fluidity of our relationship, the tribal suspicion and anger among themselves makes that kind of thing very, very dangerous. And I did say before going on break that a 220 plus citizen cannot, without due respect, afford that nonsense, because you will not be a problem only to Nigeria. You will be a problem to the entire sub-region. And where would that take us? We will overrun Ghana, overrun Benin, overrun Chad, who's going to allow that kind of nonsense? Those who, even Libya, all those countries, what was their population? Nobody in the world should even wish to have a destabilized Nigeria. And luckily, we're in a democracy.
Right.
If some government is there today not doing well, we have the right, the privilege, the opportunity to go in there at the next opportunity and just vote their sorry asses out. That's the idea, because the day of their reckoning is known. As it is, they are gone past 1 year and 3 months. June, July, August. Now this is September. They are almost going to 1 year and 4 months. That's 16 months. So from 16 months, what's left? So instead of you to now have a situation where you are destabilizing the entire country, you are calling people out, they're burning all your offices, they're preventing you from going to work, they're burning down rice mill, they are looting shops, people are an obvious society where rogues and thugs are now acting like organized authority for a country that is under policed. What kind of responsible person would wish for that for the country?
Let's move on to your party quickly because of time. Let's talk about your party and Governor Wike. Mr. Minister Wike, as he is right now. A lot of Nigerians, some of them, your party members, they feel that PDP is, or let's say it this way, that Wike is bigger than the party.
A child can never be bigger than his parents. And if it follows the order of things, why is Wike going to ever be bigger than the party? I think at best you can say people's greeds and their love of larceny and their desire to be bribed and their irresponsible usage of money and their inability to just do what is right and conscientious, and the fact that this is a country of zero consequence and no response, no real punishment, that may be bigger than the party. I can accept that. But it's on Wike, one individual, it's not as big as the party. It's not close to the party. I'll tell you why. In the build-up to 2019, Wike wanted to bring Tambuwal as the presidential candidate. All of his jumping here, jumping there, Atiku became candidate. In the build-up to 2023, he even wanted to make himself candidate. He ended up still being frustrated. So how can you say the person is bigger than the party? He's a garrulous fellow. He brings in 4 or 5 media houses at the same time. He speaks without restraint, screams and shouts and all that, and the people are entertained. He pushes his point. I must add. He pushes his point of view, and then that's it. The fact that Wike talks does not mean he's lying, or that he's a bad person.
He threatened your governors.
No, I'm coming to that. The fact that Wike talks, or he's a bit, garrulous, does not mean he's ultimately a bad person or that he's lying. And some of them that are quiet, the fact that they are quiet and they don't talk, that doesn't make them good people. Though. What you see with Wike, which is a bit of a complication, is that it is as the thing hits him that he throws it out. I don't really think he meant it the way that...
No, don't speak for him.
I'm not speaking for him.
No, but you are speaking for him.
No.
What you saw and what you heard.
With due respect, listen.
Did this sound like he didn't mean what he was saying?
Would I not know him if I've been in this party since 2028?
Of course you should.
By what magic is he going to put fire in anybody's state? Is it the president? By what magic is he going to deploy that level of, if you mean what you mean?
Politicians like yourself.
I can guarantee you that I can
Chieftain, politicians have their ways of frustrating anybody.
And Wike
by all standards, Wike has.
No,
that's the understanding of people.
You guys
that Wike has the resources to frustrate any. In fact, the PDP.
No,
he has successfully frustrated the PDP.
Sheriff, you guys in the media are the ones.
It's our problem.
It's your problem.
It's not PDP's problem.
Can I now respond to you? Oh, yeah. You guys in the media are the ones making it that way. I gave you 2 instances when the totality of his powers should have played to his own advantage. When the chips were down, he lost out. Now, we're in another build-up to 2027, and typical of how it was in 2019, and typical of how it was in 2023, why do you even think that he's going to get away with all of this? Now, when you're saying, what do people want? Maybe we'll write it on a piece of paper and say we've expelled him. Would that writing even be worth its value in the real sense of the word? There are issues here. One of them is that we've just set up a disciplinary committee. No, our party is not any other person's party. We don't wake up in the morning and tell chairman to go. At least not anymore, since this is of Obasanjo. Anybody that you want to remove has the right to run to court to prevent you. And when court orders come, we obey. That's why we don't have IU, the elected chairman there now, because the court order from his state said he should go. We had no choice. Some other person will not obey the court order. Is the court going to come and enforce themselves? But what happens if we take that risk and then they say everything we've done is ultra valid, none and void? We can't take that risk. So we obey the law. Yes, I know Governor Wike was a bit, rattled about, okay, if anybody interferes in his state, he will put fire and all that. I'm sure that with the benefit of hindsight, he must have even been regretting that statement, because that's a very heavy statement. Under normal circumstances, at the presidency of Nigeria, under President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, not being complicit and gangster-like, no minister will say that in the morning and still retain his job in the evening. Because it has spoken to national security directly. It has spoken to the capacity to, overheat the polity directly. And he's sitting in government. If I say it, you can say, oh, where will I get powers to carry it out? But he's sitting in government as a minister of the government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Why should people not believe that he can do it? I don't even believe he can, though. But you are even already telling me not to defend him. That means that a large number of people in society believe he can do it. What is the president waiting for? By what power does Nyesom Wike...
What is the PDP waiting for?
You missed the point.
Let's not move to the APC now. Let's not deflect it.
I wasn't talking...
What is the party doing
Sheriff,
about it?
I'm not talking about the chairman of APC. And I'm not talking about President Bola in his capacity as leader of their party. I'm talking about him as the president of the country, whose sole responsibility is the protection of the security of life and property here. A minister underneath his cabinet may have had a slip of tongue or an excessive gyration of saying something like that, which I know he can't even carry out. But if the citizens are feeling this way about it, you will have to ask yourself, is he saying he's going to breach their security? Is he saying he's going to burn down their palaces? Is he saying he's going to destabilize their cities? Is he saying he's going to kill them? Is he saying he's going to overheat? These are all possible interpretations of that. So when that type of thing is on the table, then you will expect the person in charge to say, no, don't do that. And I've seen a lot of petitions fly around. I've seen a petition to the United States. I've seen it. I've read it with my eyes. I've seen one to the Inspector General of Police. I've seen one to the DSS. The question is that, can the PDP on their own go and arrest him? Okay, we write on a piece of paper, oh, Wike, you are expelled. You have to also add that, do you know that he has a court order saying that they can't even call him? It's not been vacated. Yes, there are complicit issues.
Like PDP cannot summon Wike.
There's
a court order.
I
to that
believe
effect.
this. Let me tell you why it's like that. Wike did not go and serve in Bola Tinubu's government without writing a letter to them. That was where they made a mistake. He wrote them that I've been invited to come and serve. If I want to be national chairman, and I hope I become national chairman, if he had written me such a letter, I would have told him that I'm recruiting him from the party for the meantime. I don't have a right to prevent you from going to serve, but while you are there serving, please, your membership is frozen. Because you can't be sitting in their meeting and sitting in hours. I would have told you that this freeze of membership, what it means, you no longer own structure in your state, you no longer own structure in your local government, you don't own structure in your ward. I will freeze it, like somebody that goes on sabbatical. When you are in a university and say, I want to go sabbatical somewhere else, they can release you for sabbatical. Or, better put, like a footballer that is on loan. You can go and play that loan, but while you are there, even if you come and play your team, the team, your mother team, you're going to give them the best of your effort. Right. But the problem is that these issues were not clearly spelled out. So it's easy for Wike to go to APC meeting in the morning, and in the evening, if they say they are calling a national caucus, like what happened the last time, he will be there. But I can guarantee you, this irritation has gotten to a point that almost everybody in the country is talking about it. I've been to 3 locations today, and in all of those locations, strangers that just know me from, channels and all of those interviews, they come to me, they greet me, they thank me for the work I'm doing for the country and for the party. But the one singular matter they bring to me is the same matter I bring to me, which is the Wike. And the party does not have the power to do much, because Wike is not the governor of Rivers State anyway. So how come the governor of Rivers State is not able to do much? Just to give you an idea of how complex these things are. Unless you are telling the party to take the laws into his own hand. Are you going to, Wike spoke, are you going to cut his tongue?
I have about 2 more minutes left on the show.
Just 2 more minutes.
Chief.
Damn, time is gone. We should be doing 2 hours when I call Sharif. Okay.
I want us to quickly talk about Atiku leading up to 2027. Would you suppose, like Chief Judge said, that he should step down and not run again?
I think the judge does not have the right to legislate on people's fundamental human rights. That's where I stand. Nobody can tell anybody who the Constitution has given the right to aspire, not to aspire. I've always said to people, if you want to beat Atiku, you can beat him in a primary. You are just lazy and you're not planning well. If you plan well, if you put out good material, if they compare the materials with themselves, the best will win. After all, President Bola Tinubu defeated Osinbajo in the primaries. That's the nature of democratic contest. You can't just sit down in your house and be saying somebody who the right to aspire that he can aspire. But you can write your rules in your party. You can do your tuning that will not favor him. I mean, not sell him. There are many creative things you can do, but I don't. The same way I don't want people victimizing and scapegoating Wike. For whatever is what, I would not tolerate a scapegoating of Atiku. Never. Because I can't see what he has done wrong. No, I can't. That he did what wrong? He presented himself for ticket. Yes. He did primaries. Yes. He won. Yes. He ran for election. Okay. He came short. We are not sure of the integrity of the process. What has Atiku really done wrong?
Do you think Chief George has lost his value in the party?
Chief George is like I'm the son of a soldier. Chief George is a junior to my dad and all that. So they are like Chief George is like my father. What I don't get with Chief George is that Chief George doesn't understand that the privilege of talking like a parrot, which I have, he doesn't have that as an elder. It's not the ways of the elders to talk like parrots.
So he's talking like parrots.
He's parroting too much. I'm not insulting him.
Today, I understand
today
the context.
Is on channels, this is that. It's too much. And unfortunately, an elderly person is supposed to, speak. And when he speaks, the word makes sense. We that are a little bit younger, we can afford the parroting. But in that parroting, even we are careful. How much more when Chief George now begins to appear like somebody that young people start to insult.
We have to go.
You have never spoken to me about my national chairmanship. Listen, dude.
We have to go. We must go.
Okay.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We'll be right back. Everything surely comes to an end. That dinner. That mushy movie. Even that long traffic. But there's one thing that doesn't. Enjoy truly unlimited data with Airtel Unlimited Speed-Based Plans. Visit
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.